Oh man.
Let's go!
Let's go, man. But also let's go mine, because we're already gonna go live on pool sites here. Yeah, the warm-up has ended and we are starting, as I'm gonna follow mine again. He goes for that outside approach and he is doing a great job of maintaining his speed. Right now he finds himself in that top 10 position, so not a good start here for mime. But in this drift he's already catching up. Dofold, Exotica, Otak, and then also Hedra are ahead of him. We see one player going for that outside liners as well. Otak here, and then also Exotica with a great start. Nice seeing him here, the RBG esport player, or the RBG ePort player. Yeah, is doing a great job here of having a good first lap.
Yeah, good first lap for everyone. We didn't see any big mistakes so far. It's the first map, it's the first lap. And Mime is already on a great pace, directly into his match, looking to do some points like every step. We are currently looking to the first identity of the first map. Here you have 3 turns to go in the water. I'm taking the lead. We might have saw some mistakes behind, but didn't see anything for myself. And it's the first lap for mime at the first place, together with Hydra, and we also have Otak not that far behind.
Yeah, I think Otak made a small mistake there, so it was mime capitalizing from that, as well as Hedra, who's playing a great season thus far. Yeah, Hedra on a great way of making it to the top 4. But guys, I've actually studied the rulebook, and it's not like that the top 4 is guaranteed to battle it out against the Trackmania Grandleague player, or against, like, in a head-to-head phase. It is that they get bonus points. So the top 8 is getting bonus points, and I think only the top 8 is qualifying to have a chance of making it, and the top 1 in this regard gets 100 points, plus to that then 80 points for the second place, and so on. I'm gonna explain that to you, but guys, it is not really that important, because you know mime is gonna make it anyway.
Mime is gonna make it, of course, currently leading the league. We have to say it again, Mime took his first place back at the last step from the week before, and now he's still leading the first map. We have lost Otak before the identity, but he's still in the top 8 so far. It's very close, and he's not even in the top 8, he's top 9. Otak currently second in the league, the first opponent of Mime, but Mime has no opponents right now on the track. He has 0.4 of a lead going onto the dirt. Take it a bit wide here to gather more speed on the downhill here, and have some gaps in front of Hydra here.
Yeah, so Mime with a great start here. I mean, lap number 3, you cannot really consider that a start. It's the mid part of the map, and he's doing a great job. He's 0.5 ahead of Hedra. Then Evon also with a great start here into the race. Yeah, on that 3rd place, 0.7 behind. But yeah, Mime with a great amount of speed here as well. Good identity. For me, this no slide line is the fastest way to do that identity, or at least that feels more comfortable for me to just go for the slide compared to that. Also here, nice slide from Mime. Please no incident here. Evon is slowing down a lot though. But you also have to do that, and since your wheels are affected by the water, your braking is heavily influenced, and also your acceleration. So if you just not accelerate on with wet wheels, your car is still rolling very fast. And right now it is Mime who's leading by almost 1 second. That is a great job, but also Exotica here with a great job on that 4th place. Look at that. Great to see the RBG player on that top 4 place.
Yeah, nice to see everyone. Every time we see like a little name in the top 8, it's very great to see that even not the best players can do some great performance and some great races. So yeah, and just before we lost Hydra, one of the best player in the league, is still on top 6 right now. And yeah, so Nixotica right here, not the best player, but currently top 4, following Dofort and Evan, battling it out during the identity with Link. And Hydra is coming back a bit since his crash. Hydra may be able to not fall in the water. Yeah, so we had also a great lap by Evan, which is currently second. He did a 1.08.4. Evan is known to make some crazy laps on this map, and he caught up a bit onto mine. Sorry.
Yeah, quite a lot actually. He's only 0.3 away and Mime is still in the lead. So he made a small mistake by the looks of maybe on that identity. I was not spectating him in this moment because I was going with Hedra. The battle was strong, but I mean, the Polish players are looking very, very polished on this map. They are 0.25 ahead. Or minus 0.25 out of him, but they are more than 1 second out of third position, and we only have one more lap to go. Of course, a vertigo incident can still happen, like a crash or a choke, you know. Also on pool side, we have seen Mime making some mistakes, but right now it's looking very, very good here, as he also goes for the pre-slide there, getting himself a better angle over this part. Right now he's leading 0.1, but Evon is coming closer again. Look at that, good fight here actually, but Evon with a small mistake there, sliding a bit too early and was hesitating a bit, but still look at that lap from Evon. It's such a close fight, and he also sets the fastest lap here, 108.38. So Evon in the lead, and Mime now betting it out. Of course, first and second place are worth a lot of points, 22 versus 25 points, but we have a great fight between them. Mime goes into the lead again, gets a good slide here, a bit more speed by the looks of it. Great fight between the Orcless player and also the Exalty Tauro player that we are of course covering the POV of. A Mime with more speed coming into the last part of the track. We only have the identity left after that, which is really a bummer, but Mime with a mistake there, touching the wall, and he can still stay in that actually second place, but he has made that mistake and Evon is now leading the race.
Yes, very sad. We saw a mistake during a thick battle between Evon and Mime. Mime landing a bit too far on the right, on the dirt path, and touch the wall. But he is able to still be second because he had a good lead with Evon, and Dofo was not able to catch up anything on Mime. So I think Mime is gonna finish second before anything happens. No. And everything is good. Mime secures a top 2 on the first map, and it's a great race between Evon and Mime until the crash.
Yeah, so Evon's time is here, give or take 3 seconds behind Pack's time that he has set during, or 2 seconds, no, I think 3 seconds. I think Pack did a 6:51 here. Or a 6:52, I'm not quite certain. I think he did a 6:52, but I'm not quite certain. Maybe someone know, but I mean, Evon is winning the race here. He had a good comeback, and also some mistakes have happened, of course. So Evon with 27 points, the perfect first map, and thus he is on first position. Mime behind that. Then Dofo, Link, Otak, and Exotica also there. Cap and Revolution.
Top 8, good job.
I think second time we see Revolution in the 8th position, but good to see that also that we have different players out there because the gaps are quite big all the time, but Mime takes second place, which is great. And now we're gonna go to the next map to not Vertigo, which is out of course. We go to Launchpad. Launchpad, a map that is also not too bad if you ask me. Yeah, where is it? Launchpad? Yes, Launchpad. And yeah, we're gonna see this map now for the second to last time actually. It will also be played in step number 8, which is next week. World record here is a 624.80 by Massa, by Mr. 305, by the Berlin International Gaming player, that we also gonna spectate later. 1.5 minutes left of warm-up, and what do you think? How will Mime do on this one? Do you think he will perform on this one as well?
I hope so, but everything I know is that Mime is super fast on the map. He has great drift, great gears, great high spot. Everything Mime can do well, he does well. So yeah, I expect him to have a great pace. I don't know about any crash. I think Mime is now one of the best player of the league, if it's not the best, and he's strong about consistency. So let's see how it goes. But hey, Mime is so far ahead in the league, so it's not very important if he loses some maps until the end. I think he can relax and give us some good content, but no more pressure, I think.
Yeah, of course, he should not pressure himself, but the thing is that, as I mentioned, the top 1 is getting himself more points than the top 2, going to that playoffs from the Trackmania Grandleague Challenger, and 100 versus 80 points is a lot. I'm gonna explain that to you next week, a bit more detailed, but the players are working like this, you know. You have rounds more that will be played. I think like 25 maps will be played, and the first position is getting 15 points, and then so on and so forth. But then 20 points of a difference can really rely if you're in the top 4 or not at the end. And I think Mime should really go and hold that first place. Right now he's of course leading the league with more than 1,500 points already and with a gap of 100 points. But he should try to retain that and also get himself a multiplier today. Maybe just a ×2 multiplier. You know, the only multiplier that Mime didn't get thus far is the ×1 multiplier. Yeah, in all other steps he has gotten himself a multiplier. So I hope that he can keep up that trend. And let's go ahead into the first lap here of Launchpad as Evon and Mime are leading again. So the Polish players are looking very, very strong today as Evon didn't get the best line over the ice and also touches the snow. And with that he's falling down a bit. I'm currently following Energize, who's on P number 15, yeah, together with Dofold there in the last positions. And Mime is leading, Bosal, Hedra, Otak behind, then also Cap, Miku, Fegli and Razi in the top 8.
Yeah, pretty good from Mime. Very good start here. We mentioned it just before. Mime is one of the fastest players on every single map. He is able to take the first place directly since the start of the map and clock the fastest lap of this map. Right now, he finished first of this lap, followed by Wosai, someone we didn't see too much on the first map of this step. Currently leading. We also have once again Hydra, and we already see many gaps so far in every top, like from top 1 to top 16. There's already more than 9 or 10 seconds maybe. Many crashes happen because this is one of the hardest map. It's way harder than it looks. You have many parts. You have many parts to risk, many parts to touch. And the identity isn't that easy. But yeah, Mime is able to make everything good, everything fast, and everything first actually. Nothing more to say.
Yeah, he's 0.4 ahead. I mean, he's on a great pace here. Let's take a look onto this time. I mean, you say that the identity is not easy. Yes, I agree with that. But once you figure it out, I think you will not really make a mistake. It's all about if you can handle the pressure and if you have a shaky hand then, you know. But right now it is Mime who's doing a great job also with that very outside approach there again. And didn't get it too well, so Mime is now 1 second ahead of that second position. Good fight between Evon and Vosal here, but Vosal not with the best line, and Evon is zooming into that second place here. Great approach from the Orcless driver, who was also playing in the Trackmania Grandleague, and for me has improved a lot, but lost the head-to-head against Scrappy, which is not a shame, you know, where he put on a great fight, but now he's here to maybe come back into the league. Also for me, a player that really, you know, skill-wise, he is a player that belongs into the Trackmania Grandleague, but of course you can only have 16 players, and if you just play against Scrappy, you know, what can you do? Scrappy, one of the best players out there, to be honest, and I think that Scrappy is also not someone who's like just slipping the spot away. Of course, Evon has also given everything he has gotten, but yeah, now he's here, also playing great, right now in the top 4 position, almost making a mistake there. And in the race he is second, so he can get himself another good position. You can see Evon on 3rd place, but it's still very close, you know. Only Otak and Mime have kind of secured their positions.
Yeah, Mime and Otak, the top 2 by far on the league. They got many maps wins, many points, many multipliers. Each step they are doing well, hand in hands. We often see a battle between Mime and Otak in the league. Previous step we saw that Otak was first in the league and Mime came back. It was the first time that Mime wasn't first, but once again Mime here is first. The best player of the league is currently holding his spot. He has 2 laps to go and one more identity here at the end of the lap. No mistakes so far until maybe now. Let's not jinx it. It was pretty close to the ring. He's able to push hard parts, and that's very incredible because it's not easy, but it's easier to risk some wide turns where you have place and whatever like this. But when it's a hard part like an identity, you just don't have to pass it, like to make it. You also have to be fast, and being fast on a hard map with the pressure is something that Mime can handle very well.
Yeah, and Mime is also on a good time. I mean, he's 1 second ahead of second place, and right now it's looking good that he clocks in a very, very fast time, 1.2 seconds to be exact. There are large gaps between all the players here. The only fight that we can really look out on is 4, 5, and 6, and then maybe even you can include Snow, who's also in 7th position. But that's like it, you know, there are huge gaps between the players. Look at that, 3 seconds is Mime ahead of Otak, who's not having a bad race, but Mime is just very, very strong on this one, on a launch pad. Also here, great identity, good throttling, or like good release management and good acceleration management. It's not easy to handle your car with a reactor boost, but Mime on his way to clock in a great time. What time can that be? A 5:20, no, maybe a 6:25 or something. I think he's on a great time here by the looks of it. He's on a
like 25, I think.
Yeah, he's on a very, very good pace. I mean, his PB is a 6:25.50. Let's see if he can beat that time here, Aynyx.
Yeah, let's see, but Mime, if he goes first, he will go first with 25 points and 2 more points because he also have the fastest lap. He will do like Evan did on the first map, so I think we will see the opposite of the first map. Mime going first with the best lap and Evan just second. There is a huge battle between those two players. Evan just crashing. I think he is able to keep the second place. Yeah, Suja is too far behind. So let's see if Mime can under the last part of the map, the last part of the race. After 6 laps, he's able to make the last entity. This is the first place. And 27 points for Mime.
Yeah, and that's also a good time here, 6:26.3.
Yeah.
I thought it's a bit faster, but still it's a very, very good time.
He lost
it is
time.
1.5 seconds behind the world record from Massa, and Mime has made some small mistakes, but just consider, you know, you just race for 6 minutes and you're only 1.5 seconds away from a very, very good time, as Dofold also overtakes Hedra here in the ending for that 12th position. But a lot of mistakes have happened here. Look at that, huge gaps between the players. Yeah, 5 seconds between 1st and 8th, and then 6 seconds between 8th and 9th, but maybe they have just risked it. But hey, we see Mime and Evon now being tied for 1st, 49 points for both of them, and then there's a 15 points gap between 2nd and 3rd, Dofold and Exalty. But look at the gaps here, everyone has gotten themselves kind of into the top 8 thus far. Only 3 players that have not gotten themselves into there.
Yeah, great 2 first map for the best players. Once again, we see Evon, Mime, and Otak. The top 3 actually, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the top 3 of the league. And yeah, pretty cool to see that Mime and Evon are tied right now. They did the same thing, but the opposite on the map 1 and map 2. That's cool to see the two only Polish guys. Every steps they are together as well on the map or on the points like this. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's very, very cool. And right now it is Mime and Evon who are at 49 points. That is a lot if you consider that. But also the gaps. I'm quite surprised that only Otak is the player here. So Evon, Mime, and Otak, the only players who have gotten themselves into the top 8 twice. Yeah, on 2 maps. And now we have Bolt Holes by Rocket. A very long map, and this map feels for me still as we've seen this map for the first time last week, but it's already out there since step number 5, where we've seen this map as the multiplier map, and now we're gonna see it for the 3rd time. So also we're gonna see it next week, and then the final step, Bolt Holes by Rocket. I think it's a good map for Mime, and also here precision and just jumping and committing to the jumps is good for Mime, so that he's gonna get himself another top 8 finisher.
Yeah, the top 8 is good, even if not, he got many points out of 2 maps, and as you said, 49 points even after 2 maps. It's insane to have that much of a point after only 2 maps. This is close to perfection because, okay, they both did a 2nd place, which is not what we call perfect, but they both did 1st place with the 2 points bonus. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see how this map goes. A pretty cool map, pretty mixed map, I would say. And Mime is also very fast here. We have an identity which is original and crazy, not hard, not easy. It's between. It depends how you take it.
Yep.
You can save it or you can risk it without any release, some side jumps or whatever like this. But yeah, let's go. We have one mistake from Razi, and everyone is packed as well. We see in the lead Otak. Very good prototype by everyone, if I recall correctly. We have Figli here on 10th place. For a good point of view, Energize as well. Many players are here with a great pace since the beginning, but Otak leading the race with a 0.2 of a lead already.
Yeah, Otak was very strong on the multiplayer round here as well. I mean, I remember him DNFing a lot of rounds where he was just in front of the finish line. And also mime right now, not with the best start, had a little bit of a blunder just before that half-pipe jump. And also just before, or just after that, you know, clearing that small gap. The 180 with the reactor boost, but we see some mistakes here by the players. Cap touching there and bonking there as well. Exalty almost hitting the barrier, but yeah, Mime is capitalizing from that right now, 9th position. But here, look at that, great approach from Mime, coming closer, and they can just see how good he is on this map. Otak, Evon, Miquatro, Soldier, and then also we have Hedra ahead of him, but Mime from P12 to P6 here in just some seconds. So that is very nice from Mime. Only 0.5 away from Otak, so everything definitely open here. Since this map is also so long, has a world record of 7:55. Yeah, Mime can definitely catch up also with this beautiful jump up to P2. He goes together with Evon, but Evon with a small mistake, but beautiful jump there from Mime that he has messed up beforehand, and now up to P2. So Otak and Mime are leading, but Otak have a second ahead already. What a pace from this guy. Very, very nice.
Once again, we saw a comeback from Mime. This is Mime's thing to come back after a crash. We can compare it every time with the others Ghost. Mime is able to push every corners, every tricks, every drift so far, and when he knows he's not in the top place, he crashes again. And he will have to do another comeback, has to take the safe way here with the booster. Yeah, that's not good at all. Yeah, that's a dead race, I think.
This ain't it, man. This ain't it. So can we get some 5x yap in the chat? As Mime is definitely out of this race. Yeah, he cannot come back from that. So Mime with a P16 ending. Maybe he goes for the fastest lap, I don't know. But let's focus on that battle for that first position. Otak, Evon, Miquatro on top 3. And yeah, I was seeing that one from miles away. Mime not adjusting his line properly before that first part of the identity. And he is unfortunately out on this one. And yeah, he will not play a role here, but he's still ahead of Revolution.
Yeah, still ahead of Revolution somehow. But yeah, great fight. Since the beginning until the crash. Mime wasn't a great pace, but sometimes it doesn't pass, guys. Sometimes you have not you have to choke, but sometimes you just choke. It's part of the game. When you are a player like Mime, when you are so fast and when you are pushing it every time, sometimes it don't pass like this. But it passed for Otak here with 1 second of a lead going onto the first lap, and he did the first half of the map pretty alone.
Yeah, he did it very well, and now 1 second ahead, and also setting the fastest lap at 1:19.04. I'm not sure how fast that is, what the world record is on the 1 lap version on a flying lap, but I think we've seen some 1:18s here, if I was recalling it correctly. But Otak is extending his lead here right now on first position. Dofal, Link, Soldier, Miquatro, then Energize, Evon also still holding strong on that 7th position. Snow is behind him, and then there's a gap of 1 second. Hedra on P9, and right now not a good step for him. Only 5 points for the MTP esport player, as we see not as many mistakes as I thought on this hole. So Hedra still on that 9th place. But yeah, huge gaps between the players. There you can see it. But let's go ahead and check out the Belgium POV here. Soldier and Dofold both on 2nd and 3rd position here, vice versa, and they can maybe get themselves some points here again after going into the top 8 on either map 1 or 2. Now they are looking very strong of making it here again, and even with a good finish, you know. But Otak, of course, still leading 1 second ahead, not making a mistake. Soldier jumping so close there to the identity wall, yeah, which is plastic. Also here, not the best jump by the looks of it, but still is surviving it. And you really want to get the speed for your muscle memory, because then if you touch somewhere and your line is off, you know, it's very hard to nail that jump. And we've seen this one being not done correctly by Mime in the past, yeah, on lap number 2, where he has made that mistake. But yeah, no mistakes have happened here in the top 3. miQuattro overtaking Link, but not too much movement going on here concerning the positions. Maybe the top 3 battle here between Soldier, miQuattro and Link.
Yeah, maybe this one, but Otak is losing every checkpoint a bit of second, and Otak flying, taking the triangle.
Okay.
I was saying it, he's losing time. He's losing time.
Wow.
He was 1 second of a lead, he was 0.3, and now he's far and far behind. He's P12 right now because of this bad choke. Right, I didn't see that choke a lot. Like, it's maybe the first time I see this choke. I think he lost his drift. He did a no drift, so he went way more inside that what he wanted to. So it's first place for Dofort and Soldier, the 2 Belgium players, having 23 and 22 points, going on to the previous last identity. Everything is good for them. They are going onto the last lap, and yeah, pretty good race between miQuattro and Soldier right now. We have Link also. We can take maybe more points than the 4th place. Soldier did lose sometimes. He was top 2, he's top 4 now. Let's see how the last lap go.
Yeah, one more lap. I mean, we have seen the trend that only that the top 2 is from the same country, but that's not the case here. You know, Soldier has been overtaken by miQuattro and Link, but still is in the fight here for that 2nd place. Link with a good part there. I would even say that this part is very hard to do. This small slide there, also the wall, right? Because you have to like anticipate your line and steer in very early. But Soldier overtaking miQuattro, so Soldier up to P number 3. Can he also overtake Link? That's the question here. We have one more identity. Dofort is right now on 1st. If he doesn't make a mistake, he will secure himself those 25 juicy points, and maybe even 27, because he also has the fastest lap with a 1:18.93. But one more identity is up. I'm gonna follow Soldier here and see how he is doing it. Great approach there. Goes from very far right and gets himself a good amount of speed. Overtakes Link here by the looks of it. And yes, he will do so, but I jinx Dofort. Dofort with a mistake. So who's gonna win the race? It will be... No, Soldier winning it. Dofort with a mistake. But still, Dofort is getting himself that 6th place, even though he has made a mistake. So there you can see the gaps here. Dofort choking it and only getting himself 6th place here. Evon the Wosal, then Fegley being the bubble man, only on 9th position. And then we have Razi and Exotica Caps. No Otak. Mime also about to finish here. But yeah, with a nice 360 or 180 in this regard. He tried to do it the 360, but only 1 point for Mime and Revolution on last.
Yeah, the two BS Plus competition, Dofort and Snow, who was in P7, they both did a crash at the last moment. Pretty sad for this duo, because yeah, they are fast, and they were fast on the map, and they both lost it at the end. And this is what can happen, guys. This is why also an identity is at the end of the lap to make things change at the last moment.
And hello Lars and everyone else on the chat. I'm not doing too good today. I have a headache and I feel quite sick. I wasn't bad all day. Let's say like that. I also didn't like reply to anyone. Just didn't feel that good. But yeah, it's going better now. I just wanted to save my energy for the cast today. Yeah, but I hope you all doing a bit better than I do. And we have the next map, Grasshopper, which was the multiplayer map last week. And I'm interested to see who's actually going for that book site here.
Yeah, very interesting to know that, because everyone had to do that during the 2 laps version of the map for the multiplayer. But now, since you have 6 laps to do, what's better than not crashing? You have to know, to decide if you want to be fast but take the risk to choke, or to be a little bit slower but not choke I mean, for a 6th lap like this, if you want to bring some points to home, the best is to take it a bit slower. Let's see how it goes. We see some players still going for the grass slide. Snow and Mime pretty confident on this part. Nice to see. We saw everyone else going for the wider line to take the bumper a bit more straight without any tricks, just going straight and expect the best, sorry. But yeah, Mime, I mean, I'm not surprised that a player like Mime goes for the grass slide. What about you?
Maybe he's only gonna go for that in the warm-up to just confuse players, I don't know, but we're gonna start now, you know? We're gonna start now with the race. Since this was the first one, of course, I had to think about the voice cracked round here, which was a lot of fun last week.
Oh no.
Oh no. But let's go. Let's go with this one.
See.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes. As we're gonna go into the first step, I'm of course gonna follow Mime's POV here. And let's see how he is making it. Good amount of speed accumulated. We see Link in the lead. I always think that this is a player like from Belgium because the skin looks very, very familiar for me. And I think it's even the Belgium skin. I'm not quite sure though. Let me actually check. It actually is, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering since many steps why we have this skin for Link. I think it's not a download problem from outside because we see every other skin. I think it's just the skin Link is playing with since he's orgless now.
Yep.
So let's see. Ooh, we see someone going left. Evan, Mime and Snow going for the fucking grass slide by Mime. What a beauty that was. That's your fucking Mime right here, going for an insane grass slide, doing a nut trick and doing it fast. This is what Mime can do, Turbo.
Yeah, what a bug side. Just goes from P number 4 to P1 and not even close. Look at that. Mime is leading, but of course there are 5 more bug sites that you still have to do. And those bug sites are not easy because the bumper always like bounces you a bit different, and there's also a nasty gear that you have to hold and to hit. And right now it is Mime leading the race out of Snow. Then we have Miquacho, Otak, Evon in the top 5. Yeah, but I'm just gonna follow Mime to see if he is gonna make it or not for that part, you know.
Yeah, let's
Cruise
see
control
once
coming
again.
up. Also not going for that inside line for a better approach. Yeah, and maybe even the most consistent setup. Good free steering here, and he makes it again. But look at that, he was steering a bit too much, and with that he's not gonna make it. And that's the price that you pay for that if you're gonna go for that bug slide. You know, he was holding a bit too long, and with that Mime falling down to P number 16 again. So not a good step thus far. I mean, of course, top 1 and 2 on map 1 and 2. But other than that, Mime is making mistakes.
Yeah, big mistake here by Mime and also by Snow, who was with Mime, the boss that made some grass slide on the identity and ended up with a good first lap. They both did the same mistake, going for a wrong grass slide, a wrong angle, and this is what can happen because on Trackmania, Trackmania is a game which is so precise with the inputs. The things you done can change everything at the exact 1000. If you want it or not, it will change. But yeah, Evan is still doing for the grass, still going for the grass slide in front of Miquacho, and it's close battle because here the grass slide from Evan wasn't that great because he lost the gear, which is something important. But Miquacho going for the safe way during the identity is still holding the first place, and this is maybe the way to go on the 6th lapper.
Yeah, I mean, he changed the strategy there, but even, you know, Evan was not holding the gear, and with that, Miquacho is just going himself or yeeting himself into that first position, and that's just the price that you pay if you don't get it too well. But Miquacho, Evan leading here, 42 and 65 points. Evan with a great step thus far. I have to say that 65 points 3 times in the top 8, and he can make it 4 times now if he of course survives this identity 3 more times. Yeah,
let's see the comparison between Evan and Miquacho. We have here 0.2 of a difference. Evan going inside for the grass slide and loses the gear once again. So now we have, yeah, he lost a lot. It's hard, guys, because it's an art trick and you have to hit it perfectly. It's not even like you have to do it well, you have to do it perfectly. And this is so hard to pull off, and so a bit more, I mean, it's not random, it's hard to be consistent on it. So big balls to try it, but not a huge decision from Evan or other players, because they are not hitting it perfectly. And here in one lap, Evan loses place, so he's now third, Bozile is second, and behind Evan once again we have someone maybe to catch him. We have Otak, and Evan did a mistake.
Bonk.
Otak also did a mistake.
Everyone
The
going
map
safe
is not
now.
Yeah, this is so hard to follow because yeah, it shuffles a lot in the leaderboard. Mime, our player, is P10. Maybe he can take a top 8 at the end of the race. It's last lap right now, guys. We have Otak and Hydra in front of Mime, and this will not be that easy because Otak and Hydra are very consistent and fast players. We already know that. But in front, we have Miquatro. We have Miquatro who did every time the safe way and a great pace on all of the track. And now is about maybe to take the first place.
Yeah, he's about to take that first position, and we also have Razi, who is has his first appearance in that top 8 position, so he can also walk away with good amount of points. Good approach there as well here from Razi, going for the safe way, as well as Vosal. You know, Miquatro, Vosal, they will set those positions in stone. Let's take a look. What is Mime doing though? Mime going for the backside head run. Otaki actually overtakes both of them, and Mime up to P number 8 by the looks of it. Mime overtakes 2 players with that identity and actually gets himself 17 points, and also the fastest lap, a sub 1 minute lap here. Mime with a great comeback though. Wow. Good that I've changed his perspective, or the perspective there. And you can see that Mime was very consistent on that and actually gets himself a good amount of points here. So 17 points, 67 points now for Mime. That is not that bad, I would say.
Oh, Mime thought it was lap 5
Heck,
at the
wait.
end. He did not. He didn't do the grass slide just to come back in the last identity. He just did it like it was lap 5, and he was continuing to make the grass slide. What a madman!
How does Dofo get less points? It's because of the fastest lap. The fastest lap is worth 2 points effect.
Yep, 2 bonus points.
Okay, so we have the next map, and also the map that we're going to see for the first time. Unfortunately, we don't have map previews today, because when I wanted it to set up to yesterday, the things were not there yet. So we have this map, yeah, a map with a another new block being used, throttling act by a Banano TV.
A new map by Banano. We saw already one, which was a realistic map. Not everyone liked it, but a wicked map, we have to admit it. And this one is a bit different. It's not really Banano style.
Yeah,
I think
true.
he understood. He understood what's good for a Trackmania Grandleague and a Grandleague Challenger race. I think you don't have to make everything hard. You can pull off a hard map without any hard trick, because the race itself is something hard to do for everyone. Going fast, not trash, do overtakes, something like this. But this map, I have to say that Banano did an insane work.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's a very clean map. It's 10 out of 10. We have a cool quarter pipe right here, just before the identity. Wasile went flying, and the identity here is just, I mean, just don't fall. Just being fast and don't fall off this little rail we saw, and you even have to turn on it. And yeah, a pretty map.
Yeah, a very good map.
Pretty cool map.
The only part that I don't really like on this map is this transition with the reactor boost, that jump to the left. This feels a bit unsmooth. Yeah, but the rest of this map feels super nice. I really like this one. And yeah, we have this one now being the multiplier map. So multiplying means that we play 8 rounds with 2 laps now, and players have the chance to multiply their points. If you finish in first after the 2 laps, you will multiply your points by ×2 on the first 4 rounds, ×3 in round number 5 and 6, ×4 in round number 7, and ×5 in round number 8. If you don't win a round in those 8 respective rounds, you are not multiplying your points and you will stay where you are. But let's go into the first round and see if he's gonna make it or not. I mean, I'm just gonna follow him. I think Mime will definitely go for multiplier. Not sure how confident he is on this map, if he goes for a ×3, ×4, or ×5, or if he just closes it out in a ×2. Right now it's Snow leading, but Mime with a good amount of speed coming back here. He comes back, and also good approach there as well. You can go very inside there. But this map has a very unique style, and I really like Banano's mapping style. It's very fitting for the Trackmania Grandleague. And he definitely has understood, and this is a huge improvement compared towards was it Halfpipe? What was the map name again? Barrelistic too, not Halfpipe. Why am I thinking Halfpipe? Barrelistic. Even though this map was good, but this one is a tiny tad better if you ask me. This one is way better, and there you can see it. You have a no brakes block. Yeah, your acceleration is forced. Or what was that block again? Was it no brakes or?
Oh wait, I'm gonna look right now.
Yeah, what block is that? Maybe the chat knows. Is it no brakes or is it auto accelerate? Okay, it's accelerate, so that you cannot.
Yeah, it's accelerate.
That you cannot brake, and you probably just cannot. So if you just release the acceleration button, you're just gonna accelerate anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool identity, but there is one thing which is bad for me, is that maybe for keyboard players it's harder, this kind of tight parts where you can't really easily adjust your line, something you have to do on this little rail. Like for Mime, he's on keyboard, so he has to do some taps, and he cannot slow down. He has to hit the perfect spot. Okay, it's harder, but maybe Mime can do it. And Microto goes for the X2 here, multiplies his points, and it's a great step from Microto. 134. Sorry.
134, yeah. There we go. So Miquattro taking it here.
Fuck math.
Wow.
I hate math. Oh, God.
All good, dude. All good. But yeah, Miku taking it 134 points for him. And I mean, that's a good step again. If we take a look onto the league ranking, Miquattro was at up to P number 7. Well-needed points for him, and creates a little bit of a gap between him and Cap as well as Razi. But let's go into the next one. So not sure if Mime did the mistake on purpose there just before the identity, if he goes for a ×3 or not. But let's go ahead and see the next round. 7 spots are left. Yeah. And see who takes it.
I like the first rounds because everyone is still there, and it's a good way to see who is the fastest guy, who are the fastest guys on the new map right here. And people who are fast for me are like Microto, Mime. We also see Snow currently behind, but Snow is very fast, and also a keyboard player, so maybe it's not that harder for keyboard players.
Yeah, not that much harder, true. And Evon right now leading the race.
Not leading anymore.
Yeah.
We have Suja. Maybe Suja can still be first after we say it. Okay, Suja is still first. Followed closely by Wasail, the French player, with 59 points. Only 0.2, I mean less than 0.2. We have the ride. We saw an attack from Wasail. Maybe he wants that X2. He's pushing it. It looks like Wasail wants a multiplier this step. I mean, everyone wants, but right now I think Wasail is pushing it. Let's see how it goes until the end of the 2 laps.
Yeah, we have one more identity to go, and Wasail is definitely pushing it. Taking a look onto the ranking, right now Wasail finds himself in a good position. I mean, he is on P number 5, and even every multiplier would be good. Also, Soldier would probably fancy a multiplier as he is at 12th position right now. But he had a really good step. Maybe he's going for a ×3 multiplier, yes, by the looks of it. So Wasail will take it here. Let's see the time here.
Maybe.
209. Yeah. And yeah, Wasail up to 118 points.
Another keyboard player here.
Yeah, Wasail with the multiplier. Very nice to see that. And with that, up to 2nd place, just behind Mr. Mi Quattro. So yeah, I mean, good that both of them have taken those multipliers. That leaves room for other players, and everyone has points to play for. Fagley, yeah, 14th place right now, or for the last player here. You can see it, of course, he's on P number 16 if you include Vorsal and Mi Quattro, but there are only 14 players driving. But yeah, he also has something to play for, even though he has only accumulated 14 points. Maybe also a bit of an unlucky step, you know. A lot of mistakes there because it's an average of 4 points, you know, give or take. An average of 3.5 points on each map for Fagley. So he was also maybe a bit unlucky that he didn't get himself into the top 8? Question mark.
I don't know, but I mean, like, let's take the example of an X5. An X5 is, of course, multiplying your points by the maximum of it. Like, X5 is insane, and for most of the players, an X5 is taken to have the best step as possible, but it can also save your step. If you are at 20 points, it saves your step. Like, it can be something to do for someone that had a bad step for the first maps, and taking an high multiplier isn't just only to extend your high points, it's also maybe to save some steps. And also failing.
And also to denying people the points, right? You know, some people then not get the multiplier and you get it instead, so it's still very good. So a lot of mistakes have happened, only 2 players left on the track, Energize and Exotica. Exotica also started the step very strong with an 8th position, but then after that was falling a bit behind. But now Energize, will he go for the multiplier or not? But we see so many mistakes, just look at that. You know, imagine everyone DNFing and no one getting the multi. That would be funny.
I want to see that. This is the first thing I'm thinking of since the new format. I want to see this. This will be so funny, and I hope so. We will see all the anything. But let's see if Exotica takes it. He doesn't. He wants more points. Let's see the fault. Oh, what?
It's pathetic.
Yeah,
it's absolutely pathetic. Dude, Nadeo, great format here. Very nice format. I really like this one. Wow, very cool. Very nice.
Very nice. And as Exotica said, 50 points, not even worth it anymore. So I think Exotica will not take the last X2 if he is in the lead. He wants to save his step and to go, like, there is no difference between 20 points and 50 points. Like,
yeah.
Times 2 when you have not a lot of points, it doesn't matter because you have to think about the general and the global ranking of the season, not only of this step. So a great decision, I think, for a player like Exotica here. I think Turbo, I think it's a great decision.
I'm not sure. I mean, we see you cannot compare with Trackmania Grandleague in this regard. I think it is good that he didn't go for it, yes, but I mean, just steady wins the race. But he needs more than that, and if he has gotten himself like 2 or 3 top 8 positions on the first couple of maps, yes, then it would have been worth it, but just not taking any multiplier is not that good. But hey, anyways, he is still driving, and I hope that he can make it as we go into the last lap here on that finalist level 2, so 5 more spots. Mime is leading the race, actually with a quite big margin, so maybe Mime is gonna go for that ×2 multiplier. I'm not sure about that. And also Effect has asked here if also the fastest player here will get himself more points. No, that is not the case. This would also not make that much sense actually. And Effect, we don't know if no one takes the round win. That's also a question that we have asked ourselves, but I'm not sure though. What happens then? Maybe the round just restarts or no one gets it. I don't know. But right now it is Mime who leads the round. Soldier is behind. He's pushing though. And probably Soldier also wants to round off his step with a good amount of points, or with a good set amount of points, as he's pushing so much. Great low jump here from Soldier, but it is Mime with a mistake. So Soldier leading the race, even though he's saving it quite a lot. Exotica, Razi behind, but Soldier on his way to get that ×2. Will he go for it though, as he jumps very far up? Yes, he will.
Yes,
Razi and Exotica behind, nice. And Soldier with a good step here. Very nice.
I don't think Mime would have taken it, to be honest. I think Mime from now on, he wants to secure his first place. And he knows that Otak is still here. And he can take higher multiplayer, so I think Mime always now wants to bring some points, some high points. I think it's even a part of how he go, I would say, that you want, when you lead, you want to keep the lead and you wanna still be first because you had it, like, taste it, and it feels great. So I think you wanna keep the first place, and that's what Mime wants.
Even though Mime doesn't have the best start here, he can still make something happen, only 0.3 away. But now, of course, we have the very, very high pressure rounds, you know, finals level 3. I think holding that pressure or performing under that pressure can be quite hard. Energize, Hedra, Link leading, Mime with a great approach into that quarter pipe, onto that half pipe jump, making it super nice, minimizing airtime so much. And Mime back to that top 3 position. Energize and Hedra are still leading the race, but Mime with the wrist there and making that mistake. A bit too much speed there. It's very hard to really anticipate your line there, but Mime not on his way to get that first ×3, but it's Energize and Hedra who are having a great fight. I mean, already a 0.3 gap between them, between the Begenius player and between the MTP esport player. Yeah, and also Energize here with a little bit of airtime. What do you think? Who's gonna get the ×3?
It can be both between Energize and Hydra. I think they will both take it, as they are quite far in the step. Not the best amount of points we saw from these both players. I think both wants it just to end the step and have more points, like 70 or 80 points by the looks of it. Let's see added at the identity, the two French players following each other. Energize a bit slower here, but now it's either a bit slower. Let's see, great low jump by Energize, and let's see, yeah, he takes it.
Yeah, Hedra had a good ending though. He had a very good ending, but Energize up to 108 points. So great to see that. 209, I think world record is up 207. Yeah, quite conservative though, but still they have to make something happen. So Energize on his way here, plus 72 points and up to 5th place. Yeah, getting himself the multiplier. And let's take a look. Next finalist level is coming up after this one, the finalist level 3. Still one more round. There were 2 finalist level 3 rounds. And let's take a look who's gonna get that. I mean, Mime, Avon would already be good for them if they're gonna take it here. The ×3, even the ×2 would have been great. Yeah, but now they are going into the next round, and let's see who makes it. Yeah,
let's
no mistake.
Who makes it.
Has happened
Indeed.
For Mime and Avon. Then first and second. And also Otak here. Actually, we haven't seen too much from Otak thus far. Yeah, on this map. And only 40 points for the little academy player.
Little Academy, you said?
Lil.
Lil.
Isn't that a city?
Yeah, it is a city in the north of the France. A new organization we see on Trackmania, and it's good to see new teams, new organizations supporting Trackmania here. But here we lost Otak, and in the lead we have Cap, a player we didn't see that much in the league, and in this step right now, but taking the first lap in his hand, leading in front of Link, another French player, an Orgless one. Behind we have Exalty that didn't want an X2, maybe now he wants an X3 if he can catch up to Cap. A great speed here by the American player. He's catching up, but he had to release. He didn't release, so he fell off. But we have Razzie now coming back to Cap. Cap can't be alone. There is always someone to take something. I don't know. Last identity will depends who fails, who is the fastest. I think we have a great speed from Razzie here. Yes, indeed. He's followed closely. Cap once again coming back, but not the lowest. He DNF. So it's Link. Okay. Oh, it was hard to follow. Sorry.
Yeah, that was a very, very hard round to follow. I tried my best, but it is Link taking it here. 43 times 3 is 129. So Link up to second place, just 1 point out of Soldier. And I actually agree with that, Carp. Lil Academy sounds like a group of coming rappers. I cannot agree more with that. Yeah, finalist level 4 we have now.
Two more rounds, guys.
Let's see who gets it. Two more rounds.
You have to take it now. Like, if someone DNF an X4, you can say that this man has the biggest balls you ever see in the Trackmania esports scene. Like, it's crazy. An X4 is an insane amount of points, even if you don't have a lot of points. The impact of an X4 is insane, and it's closer to an X5 than an X2. Ah. So now, great analysis here. Yeah, I know. Great focus. But here we have Snow. I said it before, Snow is very fast on the map. Not a lot of points, but an X4 can save his step, can bring some points, and can end up with 100 of points here. Everyone has a low jump, it's beautiful to watch. Let's go for the first identity. We have Mime, followed by Snow and many other players like Cap and Otak. Oh, yeah. Cap is out. Mime, where's Mime? I can't find it. First. Mime is here. First equal with Otak. Once again, Otak in his legs, in his wheels. The top 2 of the league right here. We have Snow still. No one failed, but here Mime is going to have a little bit of a lead, a great speed before the worldwide. So it snowballs a lot, and he's go for the rest of the map.
Yeah, I think this map really snowballs a lot, especially with that freewheel part where you have to just tap the brake a bit, but not because you want to lose speed, just because you want to get that angle across. And it is Mime leading the race. I don't see anyone DNFing a ×4 round. It's the round where you want to play. Yeah, and he's 0.4 leading. So Mime, come on, do it. Take the ×4 multiplier. That would be a huge, very good 268 points could be yours, and extending your lead. And Mime on his way to take it. Good low jump there as well, and Mime will take it. 68 points go to Poland, and with that he is leading. So let's take a look. Will Mime win the 4th step here, or will it be someone else? And the only player who can overtake him mathematically is Avon with a ×5 multiplier.
Yeah, ×5. But no one else than Evan can take Mime the victory. It's good to see that Turbo, to see that Mime is leading the step right now, and that also Otak cannot win against Mime, because we want Mime to keep his lead in the global ranking. So even if Otak now takes the X5, it's not a win for him, so that means that Mime is gonna extend his first place in the global ranking.
Yeah, I mean, he will extend his lead, and that is very important for the last step, that he can maybe just play for the fans, you know. But if Otak gets himself a good multiplier here, yeah, then he can also like be still very close towards him, and a good step could really throw him off guard, or like put him into the first position again. As Otak is in the race, he didn't get a very good start, but he is now just behind Snow and Cap. We don't see Evon here in that battle, also making a mistake, so Evon not making it. Also Snow with a mistake, so he will not get himself a multiplier, as well as Evon. So we can already say that Mime has won the step. That is very nice. So 100 here will also go to the Exalty Tauro player. That is very good. And let's take a look. Who is gonna get that ×5 multiplier? Will it be Cap or Otak? Cap with a mistake, and it will be Otak, I think. What a clown fiesta was this round. Otak is in the lead, and he can go up to 200 points here. Fagly still behind. Maybe Otak is gonna DNF for the fans, I don't know. But he is on his way to just multiply his points. But so many mistakes have happened here. Yeah, so many mistakes so far. It's kind of free now for Otak. I mean, it would have been better if Cap maintained his lead, but yeah, good step for Otak. I mean, it's not finished, but I think he will take it slow, take it easy, no need to risk. Yeah, he released a lot before. Here he released a lot, so
before the block and takes the X5 just like this. Okay, it's crazy. It's a clone fiesta indeed.
GG's though. It is Otak taking it, not with a good time at 2:10. And to be honest, this again shows that this format is very nice. Kappa, yeah, but well, Otak up to second place, takes the ×5 multiplier, and with that is still in, yeah, close by towards Mime, but Mime wins step number 7, the 4th victory for the Polish player, up to 1,700 points, almost 200 points ahead of Otak, and with that, Mime can say that he probably has won already, but Otak can still make it with a great step next week. Evon on 3rd, Hedra on 4th, nothing has changed there. Warsaw has overtaken Energize, Miku and Link, and yeah, I mean, imagine Exotica would have gone for that multiplier, you know, it's just avoiding points towards, or denying points towards him. Well, that was the step. I don't feel that good today, so I think I'm not gonna go for an interview, just gonna raid you over to Hans and chill a bit before the Trackmania Grandleague cast. So thank you again for joining, Mr. Aynyx, and also Mime for playing very nice, winning another step. And I will see you guys on my cast later on or tomorrow on my stream. Bye bye.
Bye bye.